Aloha and welcome. My name is Taylor Norris, and I am a galactic intuitive astrologer and Reiki master teacher. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you about the upcoming total lunar eclipse at 23 degrees and 56 minutes of Virgo zodiac sign that is occurring on March 13th, March 14th, 2025. I'm going to do my best to describe it in plain English and really be a channel and share the messages and insights that I've received about this specific eclipse when I'm in a higher consciousness, expanded state of awareness in a Reiki journey, and knowing what I know about astrology, looking at the chart through this perceptual lens of what are the higher frequency possibilities of this particular lunar eclipse, what is coming up for us as humanity, as an earth, and for those of you on a spiritual awakening path and journey and tuning in, and those of you who want to really work with the higher frequencies of this energy and use it to support you on your path of awakening, of growth, and of being that light, being that love, and being that support, and being of service in your own unique and authentic, loving way, contributing to humanity right now. So, I'm going to share my screen with you. We'll take a look at the charts, and I'm going to share with you my notes and my channelings about this lunar eclipse, channeling Reiki. Here is the astrology chart of the Virgo lunar eclipse. And as you can see, it's happening. The sun will be at 23 degrees, 56 minutes of Pisces, exactly opposite the moon at 23 degrees and 56 minutes of Virgo. And the moon and sun in tight conjunction with the nodes of the moon. These are calculated points where the orbit of the moon is intersecting with the ecliptic. What an eclipse is, what this lunar eclipse is really, it's a divine alignment of the sun, the moon, and the earth. And so the moon is going to pass through the darkest and deepest innermost shadow of the Earth's shadow. So there's an outer part of the Earth's shadow, and there's an inner part where it's like the really deep, juicy, rich darkness. That is where the moon is passing through at the time of this eclipse, and that's why it will be a full blackout of the moon's light visible to those of us who are located on Earth when this is going to be happening at nighttime. So you want to check your location. Timeanddate.com has a whole eclipse section, and you can check, will you be able to see it? Will it be nighttime? Here in Hawaii, it'll be happening at around 8:54 p.m. So if it's a clear night, I will definitely be looking at this. Of course, there are many different perspectives whether or not it's good to look at eclipses. So you go with your instinct. I know I've gone both ways. This time we'll see how I feel. But this is a very sacred moment of divine alignment. And with the sun and the moon, we have the sun, the conscious mind, the conscious, what's in the light of awareness. And we have the moon, which is more of an unconscious energy. It's more of a mothering feminine energy. The sun, more of a masculine father, grandfather energy. And it really is this time of releasing and harvesting unconscious material. So seeing that moon passing through the Earth's shadow, if you can visualize that, and really just like releasing and also bringing in, revealing as the moon comes back into the light of awareness and exits that shadow. So in the unconscious, of course, there's things that need to be released and healed and like really, really healed all the way back to the original cause. But there's also within the unconscious soul mastery and soul memories and other experiences and like the unified field of consciousness accessing the information of the universe and the multiverse and the all that is. So we can come back, releasing anything that is cluttering the space, so to speak, so that we can be more in touch with that unified field of creation, the possibilities, and harvesting the richness of the unconscious as well, having a better understanding of the unconscious, healing of deep unconscious and soul wounds. That is very much an opportunity at every lunar eclipse, but certainly this one. And we'll talk to what the nature of those wounds might be in just a moment here. On screen, I have also listed out, there's a great website on NASA where you can really look at the like what's happening. And this image that I have on screen is actually animated into a video. So if you want to see that, be able to visualize it, I definitely recommend you check that out. Also on screen, I have a few of the notable other eclipses. So March 14th, 2006, there was a penumbral lunar eclipse very close to this degree point, about nearly 30 minutes different, so less than a degree different. It was happening at 24 degrees Virgo, 20 minutes. So this would have been happening in a very similar position in your chart, working on similar aspects like flowing through the wiring of your chart so you can reflect on what was happening for you March 14th, 2006. And there could be an opportunity for deeper healing, deeper release, deeper revealing, and spiraling up from what was occurring at that particular eclipse. Likewise, you can look at eclipses in what's called the Saros series. So these eclipses are part of larger families of eclipses. And the last time we had a Saros series 1, 2, 3 eclipse was on March 3rd, 2007. So reflecting back on that period, that eclipse as well, there was a total lunar eclipse then. What was happening in your life? What were some of the major themes? And see what might want to come up and spiral up, help you in your ascension of greater healing, greater revealing of more of your true self. That particular sorrow series, 1, 2, 3, is of 9 new north. Is another way of describing that series, and it has a very physical expression. And if you think about Virgo, Virgo is a very physical zodiac sign. So this can certainly bring up very profound, deep healing crisis, healing type events on one hand, and also those healing crises in the spirit, in the service of creating a cleaner, purer, more healthy, more whole vessel. So this is not the eclipse to like say, F it and, I'm going to go and do something really bad for my health. This is like really take care of your body. Take care of your body temple. You could come into greater awareness of what health habits and lifestyles and maybe other complementary, alternative, supportive medicinals might be really, really helpful for your physical well-being, other things, other practices, other areas of your life that may really contribute to greater physical well-being. But certainly this can, I'm not gonna lie here, be honest, this can bring up healing crises for some of us, and to really be supportive and open to like what are the insights, what are the solutions, because they are certainly there as well. So this is very, very powerful time to be connecting to your physical human body. Virgo in medical astrology rules the pancreas, the liver, the appendix, the spleen, intestines and transverse colon, immune system with Pisces, and the fingers with Gemini, zodiac sign, and with Mercury, our beautiful planet Mercury. So Virgo is ruled or guided by planet Mercury, and those are the body parts that really like link up with Virgo zodiac sign in our tropical Western zodiac. So this is what's going on in the chart. The moon with the south node of the moon. So it's a south node of the moon eclipse. We're really that releasing that past, that unconscious is really where this is like going super deep, and it's super deep as it's total as well. You see the sun here with the north node of the moon. What's the future direction? Where are we headed? What's the light coming in? And the sun is very tightly conjunct planet Saturn, the node conjunct Neptune as well. So we have this like eclipse that is being sandwiched, essentially, the sun being sandwiched by Saturn and the moon here, all in Pisces. So this area of your chart from 22 degrees to the very end of Pisces, 30 degrees of Pisces, this is where like there is really compressed, strong energy. So if you know what house that's happening in your chart, that's really good information to know. Do you have any planets or points at the latter degrees of the mutable signs? So certainly Pisces, Virgo, also Gemini and Sagittarius. Then these parts of your chart will be receiving very, very powerful activation here. On screen, we also have the galactic charts showing the star alignment, sun and moon with Markov star. The sun is actually the one that's in alignment with Markov, the moon with Denebula and Leo, Alx and Crater, Venus with Alpha Reticulum and Reticulum constellation, Mars barely moved since it's stationed direct, is opposite the Lyra Ring Nebula. Very, very powerful portal of energy coming through Mars. Jupiter opposite the Great Attractor, that divine magnetism, that attraction energy, very strong. Saturn, of course, with the Sun, both with Markov and Pegasus. Uranus opposite Hadar. Neptune conjunct another star in Pegasus, Skiot opposite supergalactic center, and Pluto, of course, is still really communing with Altair and Aquila constellation, the Eagle. So I'm going to go into what all of this means in just a moment. The other thing I wanted to point out here is that Uranus is trining, so is in a harmonious flow of energy with the moon in Virgo, and Uranus is also sextile, another harmonious flow of energy with Saturn, the Sun, North Node, and Neptune. There is another harmonious flow of energy I just want to show you here too. All of this Pisces energy is receiving a trine from Mars in Cancer. Mars in Cancer is in harmonious trine with Vesta, the goddess, the virgin goddess, protectress of the hearthstone, keeping the fire alive. Vesta, very connected to our spiritual practices, our traditions, our sacred body, temples, and just like the greatest, strongest devotion and discipline and commitment to spiritual awakening, the enlightening of all beings, the realization of all beings. Vesta there at 18 degrees of Scorpio. So Vesta is going deep And this harmonious flow of energy is all in water. So that's emotional, that's mystical, it's magical, it's deep, it's feeling, it's divine feminine, it's bubbling up from the deepest depths of our being. It's our childhood memories, Cancer, it's earlier life experience, it's divine mother, it's Scorpio, it's that depth of our soul, knowledge, our souls, wisdom, our ability to transform, to alchemize, to metamorphose, to really transmute the darkest dark into the brightest light, and to be in the sacred process of our transformation individually, collectively, as a humanity, as an earth, knowing that nothing is wasted and that all energy is eternal. There is no death. There's nothing to fear. This is some of that medicine of Scorpio. And then with all of this Pisces reaching to the divine, reaching to the cosmos, reaching to embody more of our transcendent nature, more of our spiritual nature. So let's go even deeper into what this means. I'm going to share with you some of my notes in my channelings, more of the channelings on this particular eclipse. This eclipse is about stabilizing the higher frequency physically and realizing, releasing anything that's not in alignment. It's about recognizing the value of being a stable pillar of awakening consciousness and loving service. This is really the medicine of that Markov star in Pegasus constellation, where the sun is making an alignment, and Saturn, planet of stability, of inner authority, is also conjunct this star. The value of being a stable pillar of awakening consciousness and loving service. There are new upgrades coming in to be stabilized Saturn and clearing whatever is obscuring. So we're stabilizing more of our inner technology, the technology of our bodies awakening within us, the technology of the earth awakening within us. And I mean this in the most like natural, organic way possible, not the external technology necessarily. One comment of advice here that's coming through is to ask for the clearing to be gentle and for the awareness inherent in any full moon, and certainly in this eclipse, to rise smoothly, gently, and softly. So ask for the clearing to be gentle and for the awareness to arise smoothly, gently, and softly. This Virgo lunar eclipse is a holistic integration and alignment. And that's really speaking to that cluster of planets, Saturn, Sun, and Neptune, all with the North Node in Pisces, and then Venus and Mercury in Aries, both retrograding back into Pisces, is a very, very holistic integration that's underway. It's also speaking to that grand trine in water. Like all the planets are connecting in with this. The only one that's like not super obviously connecting in with this is Jupiter and Pluto. However, their presence is certainly a part of this. Mars, Uranus, and Vesta are really harmonizing for us and with us and through us. And Mars, Uranus together, this is spiritual awakening, certainly emotional awakening. And with Vesta there as well, we can skillfully navigate this, ritualize it, practice it, connect and commune with the waters of the earth and the waters of the cosmos and the waters of our body really powerfully here. As I mentioned before, this could be a difficult eclipse for some, but really all of what is occurring is in service of unlocking greater bliss and flow Pisces. We are releasing the Virgo shadow and healing it, particularly the witch wound. And we are revealing Virgo's gifts and wisdom, the witch wisdom. So the knowledge of the herbs and the plants and the medicine of the earth and the medicine of the divine feminine, all very connected here to that witch wound that many of us have for multiple lifetimes on this planet in various cultures, in various traditions. So all of that is really healing so that medicine, that mastery, that knowledge can really be unlocked, because the world, all of us, we really need to reconnect with this. We're releasing resistance to our own inner authority, Saturn, in our spiritual authority, Saturn in Pisces. We're releasing resistance to authentic leadership, our own authentic leadership, also Saturn here. And this will be expanded upon by the Aries eclipse that we're getting towards the end of the month, and also Neptune moving into Aries, Saturn moving into Aries, Saturn and Neptune conjunct in Aries. So these major transits of this year and even into February of next year here. I know this is something that's certainly been coming up for me, and let me know if this is something that may be coming up for you as well. Resistance to your own inner authority, spiritual authority, and your own authentic leadership. Some very strong messages that came through are that you are the sacred vessel. The moon is conjunct Alx star and crater constellation linked to the Holy Grail. You are the Holy Grail. You are the sacred cup. You are the precious gift. Your body is a treasure house of the great beaming light of source, of spirit. You are the inner technology of awakening human consciousness. You are spirit animating matter. Your divine self and human self are unified. Your practical service and spiritual service are unified. Your spirit is present in your body. You are the wholeness of love made physical. The highest expression of Virgo is the great perfection. And those are words I use a lot and that I love a lot. And really, it is what it sounds like. The great perfection. The perfection of what is. The perfection of creation. With this eclipse, we are releasing any obstructions, any blocks, any obstacles, as well as any obscurations, anything that is hiding and concealing the full revealing of the great perfection. This eclipse is an opportunity to reveal the great perfection of you, your life, your path, your experience on earth, the great perfection of creation, the great perfection of the all that is. Your body is the vehicle for your spiritual awakening. The body is always seeking balance and healing itself. Likewise, human consciousness is always seeking balance and healing. This is an insight that really dropped in today, and that one is really powerful. Still sitting with that one. Human consciousness is always seeking balance and healing. So we're taught a lot about human nature and human consciousness, and sure, there are many quirks and real interesting facets of human consciousness, but this is something coming in to at least toy around with the possibility that the natural pathway of human consciousness is actually in alignment and seeking greater alignment with balance and healing and wholeness. This lunar eclipse is inviting you to really, truly, deeply love your body. Loving your body as it is, however it is right now. In loving your body, you are loving the earth. Your body is made of the earth. In caring for your body, you are caring for the earth. And there's more of that wholeness and communion with the earth and the spirit of the earth. You are also being invited to consider an invitation from the plant nations and the medicine plants. This is part of Virgo's wisdom. This is part of that witchy wisdom and witchy mastery of Virgo. Is there a plant that you want to work with or feel like you're being invited by the plant to commune, engage deeper, learn more? Just go with whatever plant comes to mind when I'm sharing this right now, when you're hearing this right now. This is a very fruitful time to explore with a plant and be in a spiritual and healing relationship with a plant teacher. And this can be anything from a vase of roses on your counter, an orchid, like a beautiful plant like that, a food plant, to a medicine plant, a master plant teacher, anything from those kinds of plants to a tree that's in your yard or in your local area that you just really love and feel a connection with. The plant, I will share the plant. This is the plant that I've been really called to work with, and this is cacao. Cacao is a heart medicine. It is a love medicine. It is really expanding the multidimensionality I feel in my heart, and I can see the benefit it has to really creating a powerful heart field and a coherence within my mind, my heart, my body. You may be drawn to a different plant. I just wanted to share, like, I do take what I'm sharing here and practice it. Integrity. This is above all a moment for embodied spiritual awakening and physical upgrades. They are coming in every single day. This is also a time of enhanced and amplified shape shifting, as Virgo is a mutable earth sign. And what that mutable earth sign means, it's a molding and a shaping of the earth, shaping substance, shaping matter to uncover its most glorious, innate, intrinsic perfection. One other thing I will share is that Virgo is a sign that really likes a clean space, like the temple space of your home, the temple space of your body. So, any way you are guided to cleanse, clean, purify, declutter, whether that's something you're doing physically to support your health and well being, or something that you're doing in your home or your yard, or that cabinet that's just a total mess, that is a wonderful way to work with this energy as well. I also wanted to mention again here that Mercury is stationing retrograde the day of the eclipse, some hours after the eclipse at 9 degrees and 35 minutes. And this is very significant as Mercury is the guiding planet of Virgo zodiac sign, and it's a Virgo lunar eclipse here. So this to me is really underscoring the potential for expanding understanding, even greater spiritual realization, spiritual awakening, insights, downloads, magical conversations, connections, and communications, whether that's with your guides or if it's with other people who are also experiencing this. But this is a really, really potent time of spiritual awakening. This is coming through so many different alignments, and you can see Mercury will be retrograde until April 7th at 26 degrees 49 minutes of Pisces, it will station direct, and that's just a little bit before Venus will also station direct at a similar but different degree point in Pisces zodiac sign. The Sabian symbols for the sun and the moon are also on screen here. So Virgo 24 is Mary and her little lamb. The keynote is innocence. Pisces 24 on a small island surrounded by the vast expanse of the sea. People are seen living in close interaction. The need to consistently accept one's own personal limitations in order to concentrate one's energies and to live a centered and fulfilled life. And the key word is centralization. So, with all of this mutable energy, it's very possible to be a bit scattered and to be a bit all over the place. And this was part of that message of the Pisces new moon as well. And the gift and the journey that came through for that new moon was revealing and receiving that gift of being centered. So, reflecting on what was your intention at the time of the Pisces new moon, and allow that to be a centering force for you and an anchor with all the shifts, all the changes, and everything that's coming up here. This also feels like with the other symbol being about innocence, to be in the innocence and the purity of pure consciousness, and wherever you're at in your awakening. That is part of Virgo's gift too, is the frequency and the gift of humility, and realizing really that I said this, I believe, for the Pisces new moon video, that we really are all equal here on the earth. And every soul that's present on the earth is actually very highly advanced soul. And we're just at different degrees of remembering and awakening, and all of the energy, all of the astrology is meeting us wherever we are at here. So to be like a child, to be in that purity, in that sense of wonder and awe, to be in that sense of compassion, and really sending out those intentions of love and peace to all beings is really, really helpful and powerful here. Let me know if you have any thoughts or insights about these symbols or about the lunar eclipse in general. So, I wanted to share too a few things that are coming up at the end of the month. March is such a powerful month astrologically, and for the partial solar eclipse, March 28th, I am hosting my free monthly distant Reiki share. So you can sign up for that in the link below this video. And a couple days later, March 30th, Neptune is entering Aries zodiac sign, and I've been guided to teach an intuitive galactic astrology and Reiki journey class about that particular transit, really welcoming in Neptune into a whole new zodiac sign, a whole new area of our chart, with open arms, open minds and hearts and souls and spirits, ready to really activate the gifts of spirit and receive the higher frequencies of this monumental ingress into Aries, this really big, powerful energy of new beginnings and spiritual awakening and so much more. So you can also check out that class in the link below this video. I will do an additional video sharing more about that class. The information has already been coming through, and it's such powerful energy and information. I am so excited for this transit. So you can connect more with me, taylornorrisreiki.com, for the one-on-one readings and sessions I offer, as well as the classes and the events that I am sharing. It has been my honor and my pleasure and privilege to be together with you today in this video. Big blessings to you. Support yourself, receive that support this Virgo lunar eclipse. And I really wish you the softest, smoothest, gentlest, most beautiful, blissful, harmonious experience of spiritual awakening and revealing the great perfection in your own unique, authentic way, really receiving the medicine of this Virgo lunar eclipse in the most beautiful, magical, miraculous, synchronistic way possible. Aho, amen, namaste, and so it is. Mahalo.